Who gives a shit?
CJ, what's going on with you, man?
Not much, Adam. It's not Christmas yet, but the day this episode comes out, it'll be Christmas, and I'll be at Motor City drinking overpriced Crown Royal and gambling.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything special for Christmas. Not particularly. Having dinner with family. That's about it. Like, I don't know. Christmas is more like for the kids and things like that. Although I do like some eggnog from time to time. 'Tis the season.
You'd be surprised, man, how much easy money comes into the casino on Christmas.
Really?
Yeah,
what?
Dude, it's almost never like actual players I know. It's people that just come in with their family and shit, like from out of state. And
Like,
none of those guys.
Hey, Uncle, we heard you like gambling. Let's take you to the casino so you can blow some money. Like, oh, thank y'all. This is the best family ever.
It really is like that, man. And I'm looking forward to taking their money. It'll be a lot easier.
Well, I don't even like. There's just nothing that immediately excites me. Like all the stuff that I would like want for Christmas are like bigger project things, stuff that are like incredibly expensive. I know I'm not going to get things like that. Although one of my friends did get me a fuck off big Christmas present. I have no idea what the fuck is in this thing, but it's like a big ass package, and this thing has to weigh like 25, 30 pounds, man. I have no idea what the fuck this thing is.
Oh, well, maybe you could, are you going to open it on Christmas, or are you going to let curiosity get the best of you?
I was going to open it on Christmas, like that. I was kind of curious. It's like, it's not like it's any big deal if I open this thing, but now I just took it and slapped it under the tree, and I'm just like, fuck, this thing's heavy. What the hell?
Hopefully it's not another gimp suit, man. You already got one of those.
Gimp suit, man, if you got like a 30-pound gimp suit, this thing is fucking serious. Like, damn.
But for the fat chicks, man, fat chicks have to be gimps too.
Oh, they got me a circus tent.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure fat gimps are the better ones because they're easy to ride on.
Oh, you got to buy the extra long rope for the fat gimps. Ugh. Jesus Christ! What?
Well, man, we made all of our listeners vomit in their mouth. So
yeah, it'd be terrible. Said, I'll tell you what I want for Christmas. I want them to legalize weed so I can cash in. I'm just waiting.
I want my ADA to go to $9. Make it happen, Jesus.
And man, one of the things about working in a factory is usually this time of year shit slows down. Like, there's not a whole lot going on in the oil field. Usually everything that needs to get made's been made. And when about the time that Thanksgiving rolls in, they try to have everything set beforehand, and then you can kind of coast the last of the year through. Man, not this year. Like, anything that can get made, anything that people can get their hands on, they want made, because there's just a bunch of shortages elsewhere. So any place that's up and going fine, they're fucking working you to death. And I've actually been kind of busting my ass, man. It's sort of getting annoying.
Well, you'll have a break coming up soon, hopefully.
Well, it should. One way or the other. Shit, I'll be going.
And if I win any money, I'm going to have it all stolen by the hooker the next morning. So hopefully I don't win too much.
Yeah. Oh, man, I'll tell you what's still kind of fucked up. Let's say tomorrow the amazing happens and they like decriminalize weed or some shit like that, and everybody starts throwing their money into weed stocks. And I made like boku bucks or something, sold out with like fuck off cash where I don't need to work anymore or something. Even if that happened, I'm obligated by the state to have a damn job, man.
Wait a second. So you can't put investing as a source of income?
No, you can, but you still have to have gainful employment. Like, just because you made money doesn't mean you're holding down a job. Like, if you're on parole, the state requires you to hold down a job.
Oh, man, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Like,
I had no idea.
I often muse that if I won the lottery, that I would take all my money and hire myself to manage my money and pay me a salary and pay taxes on it, and then hand that off to my PO and been like, there, does this work? Like, you just need to say I work somewhere. Here's a W-2 or whatever the fuck. Is this good enough?
Yeah, there's gotta be some kind of loophole, right? I mean, maybe.
Yeah, you gotta be able to pay for your own job.
A
Like, why can't you do that? But
that's crazy to me, man. Sorry, you gotta work still.
Well, thankfully I got a pretty decent job, but still, it'd be nice to have the option, right? Like if that happened where I could just be like, nah, I'm gonna sit on my laurels and just be like, nah. Well, damn. Well, any Christmas shit happening with you?
Not too much. I'm just gonna go to the casino with Grandma and have a lot of drinks. I think we have some family shit going on afterwards, but I'm not too privy to all that information. So I honestly forgot what day it is that we're
The only reason I really know it's about Christmas time is I work not too far from an airport. And there's construction around this airport, and it turned that whole area into a fucking nightmare. Like, it's a complete clusterfuck for traffic. Heaven forbid you have to go anywhere near the airport.
Yeah, if you're not me, Adam, so you can't just say, sorry, I physically can't get out of bed to pick you up at the airport. How would you
I get conscripted all the time. People know that I'm good for calling in a favor from time to time and that I'll actually show up. So I often am the one that's asked to fucking pick people up from the airport and shit like that.
Oh, man, we gotta stop treating prisoners like this, people. Adam the good guy, he just did some shit.
You know, but I was conscripted by the state to do slave labor, so now I'm like conditioned to like do favors for people from time to time without any compensation. It's a real fucking tragedy, man.
That's the real buckbreaking. Why don't you talk about that?
Dude, oh yeah, hold on. Quick little news thing. The fucking buck breaking NFTs. So in case you didn't know,
right, dude.
You should go to patreon.com. Go to patreon.com/WGA shit show. Join our Patreon so you can see some of our bonus content where we talked about buck breaking. We did a whole fucking track review on this thing. And God, this movie is fucking special. So
best comedy of the year. I think it's gonna win best picture.
Yeah, where's the fucking black sissy hypno NFT? That's what I want. Like the fucking the cyber gay laser like NFT, that'd be a good one too.
Dude, I believe you can get them customly ordered. If you
God.
A player. So I'm actually gonna look into that.
Get one of the Pope looking at a big black penis.
I had the idea of turning my chair into a field chariot and having a bunch of slaves and drag just pull me around.
Oh, damn! What the fuck, dude? That's. Well, yeah, pump up our Patreon so we can buy some Bitcoin and get some buck breaking NFTs. That'd be nice.
Oh, dude, it's a great stocking stuffer for all your loved ones.
Yeah,
we got an ad read for buck breaking NFT before we get into the show. Use the code I'm not gay for 20% off of your buck breaking NFT. Your family will love it.
Damn. Well, let's get into the show, CJ. Do you want to go first or shall I?
Let's have you go first, buddy.
Okay. Well, let's see. What's a good one? All right. This is from PC World. And top Excel experts will battle it out in an esports-like competition this weekend. So,
did the winner get laid?
No, the winner definitely does not get laid. Oh god, they show like the top finalists. So the guy that wins has a very fucked up name that I don't even to pronounce, even though he looks like the normalest fucking white guy with a fucking forehead bigger than Red in that 70s show. I mean, this dude's ideas are fucking gigantic. Like his fucking head is huge. Weird fucking looking guy. He's from New York and he's American. And the second place is like some Indian guy, and the last place is some Asian dude from the UK. But what's crazy is that they broadcasted this shit on ESPN3, the third. So people tried to actually have a broadcast showing nerds doing financial projections on Excel.
That's a sport now?
Yeah. On ESPN3 Resurrections.
That's insane. Is that because of like the esports season is slow or something?
No, dude, this is actually brilliant marketing. It's another reason why I wanted to bring it in. So really, this was a really great way for Microsoft to spend like 10 grand and get some free marketing. That's all the prize money
because
was.
It's probably commissioned by the sporting board or whatever it's called in this case, that you can only use Excel, right? I would imagine.
I don't know, but all that Microsoft had to do was be like, hey, we're hosting a championship for Excel and we'll give you 10 grand if you can do some financial puzzles. And man, this is an actual profession. So motherfucking nerds showed up out of the woodworks to try to do these fucking financial computations really quick on Excel. And then they managed to find two fucking nerds that can make it sound halfway entertaining. And then they broadcast it on ESPN3, The Last Crusade. And
The Last Crusade!
Dude, fucking ESPN3, dude. They play... Okay, I looked up what they play on ESPN3. They play like the Nathan's Hot Dog Championship is on that thing. Lacrosse is on ESPN3. And, oh, dude, the whole there's like apparently the Buffalo Wing festival is broadcast on ESPN3. I didn't know that this festival goes so hard that they have to broadcast the fucking festival on ESPN3, dude. The third.
So this is just like when there's no football or hockey on, and you still need something to mindlessly consume your alcohol too. Then
they play like some college ball stuff. Shit like that. But, I mean, really, I doubt you're going to accidentally see this thing on ESPN3 Return of the Jedi, dude. Like, I fucking doubt it, man. Like, no one watched this shit. Nobody cares. But there is a very weird, rabid financial guru fan base that loves this shit, dude. I stumbled across something I was not expecting at all. The fucking To Catch a Redditor on this shit blew my fucking mind. It is something I never thought I'd see.
Our Slash is real, right? They're just talking about how good of an accountant this guy is.
Look, I guarantee you can guess for a million years what people were saying about this fucking championship in Reddit, and you'd be wrong. And oh god, like I couldn't fucking believe it. But you know, it's smart though. $10,000, you get this thing on TV, and then also at the very bottom of this PC World article, they had like an affiliate link to buy, like for like $45 to buy Excel Ultimate, and that they also had another disclaimer that like PC World would get a kickback for every download that hit from that thing. And I'm like, oh shit, they're even hawking their own articles with promises of kickbacks and shit. They're getting people to write their own articles for them with promises of future money. It's very smart, man. For 10 grand, they got it out there. They got it in front of me.
Now we gotta get to the meat and bones of this story. like any other sport, the most important thing about it is betting on it. Can you bet on these nerds to win?
I have not seen anything about betting on this shit, but there's got to be someone out there that does this shit. If there's nerds that use Excel to play EVE Online, then there's nerds out there that are Excel enthusiasts that also bet because they use Excel to manage their bets.
PJ loses his virginity plus 1400.
Oh, dude, these dudes do look like hyper virgin wizards. There's only one way they got the power to use Excel this hard, and. The article itself is fucking cringe because they're trying to describe in the article announcers having excitement. That's about all they can do because the rest of this shit is fucking jargon and shit. They're just trying to explain that it actually resembles an actual competition. That's about as far as they can get.
Did they go the extra mile? Because horse racing does this, and I fucking love it. But right before the horse races, they'll give you like a little biography video on the horse, and they're always really
with some dramatic music.
Really fucking stupid.
They try. They're like Jarman was had a flaw in his final process, allowing Tenegal to overwhelm him with whatever with 734 out of 280, whatever the fuck that means. Like, no, dude, this is not a very good article, particularly either. The craziest thing about this, what made me want to bring it in, was just taking a peek at Reddit and going and then being like, what the fuck? Did I just glimpse the unthinkable? What the fuck did I just see?
Well, I'm excited to catch a Redditor.
Yeah, stick to the end for that. But that's all. Oh, so who cares? Who gives a shit about this? Besides the very fringe financial nerd, literally no one. Like, it's a very, very walled off area that gives a shit about this. Incredibly niche.
I mean, I'll bet on anything. So if somebody finds out you can bet on this thing, call into the show and let us know.
Yeah, well, that's what I got. So what do you got for us this week, CJ?
My first headline. Kamala Harris got heated after Charlemagne the God asked if Joe Biden or Joe Manchin was the real president.
I'm gonna go with the LA Times.
This is MSN.
Okay. So I heard about this.
Are you familiar with Charlemagne the God?
Yeah, I know he's like a radio broadcaster, and
nationwide known white supremacist, possibly a surrectionist.
Wait, how is he a white supremacist? Is it because he has enough money that he can be a white supremacist even though he's black?
It's because he's asking questions about the president, Adam.
How does that make him a white supremacist? Are you not allowed to sass a black woman anymore?
Apparently not. If you're black, that makes you a white Republican.
Oh, shit. Well, if Charlemagne the God was gay, I bet you he could get away with it. If he Jesse Smolletted her, then she'd be fine.
Dude, the way that guy manicured his eyebrows, he's probably gay. So
he's not getting a cop to it, though. So what? He sucks Tyler, the Creator's dick. Whatever. Who hasn't been in the hip-hop world and sucked a little penis? They all do it.
That's what Fat Joe said, but Twitter is freaking out about this fucking thing. And the reason that I brought it in is because the only people I could find that give a shit about it were the typical people who call everyone who doesn't agree with them a white supremacist or insurrectionist.
Is this the Yas Queen crowd?
Insurrectionist is the new one that's going around. But the best theory I heard was that Charlemagne was taking out his anger on Kamala Harris because he had an angry black mother that he grew up with. That was my favorite theory.
What?
I saw on Twitter.
How about, he's giving her shit because they can't even whip this fucking guy in line. They can't even tell this dude that he needs to play ball and actually vote with all the other Democrats. He's like, well, hold on one second. I've been taking a lot of money for a long time. And I got some people calling in some favors telling me to vote for no for this thing. And I got people willing to burn a lot of political capital with me. And I'll be on a clean slate for a lot of shit. It's like, whew.
Well, the reason I brought this in is the outrage about it is very predictable. I knew they were going to call him an Uncle Tom and a Trump supporter and all these other things. Obviously, they're going to do it because it's their only defense. But the reason I brought this in is, to me, it shows how terrible Kamala Harris is at lying. Because
really? Why? Why?
So if you watch this video, it's just one simple question. It's a 30-second video. He goes, Madam Vice President, who's the real president, Joe Manchin or Joe Biden? And she gets so fucking mad and does one of these things with her finger that powerful black women tend to do.
Oh shit, was she about to start clapping?
She was almost there.
Oh.
She was doing the annunciation thing. It's Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Joe. Like, she was doing the spelling. Like, she was full Medea mode. And,
what the
it's like, when I was watching it, it's like she's trying to be blacker than she really is.
Well, that's how she got to where she is. Okay, so she got to where she is by playing identity politics, specifically because she got lucky. She was at the right place at the right time, and it got lined up for her. At one of the debates, when she said, I am that little girl, when she was saying that it was specifically Joe Biden that had voted on, like, some sort of bus bill about segregation or some shit like that, and how it affected her, it totally bumped her in the polls enough so that I could see some fucking number crunching Excel spreadsheet loving nerd thinking that she's relevant, and having that bump her into relevance just long enough to parlay her ass into being vice president.
So and apparently she's only black for the press, and Charlemagne is now
she's a fucking
black.
Cop. She was California's top cop. Like, this bitch is fucking, she's as white as they come because she loves locking people up. Like, she represents all the bad shit about, like, American white culture, however you want to say what that shit is. Any actual black person would call her bougie if they want to represent what black culture in America is. I'm surprised Charlamagne the guy didn't go off on her bitch ass, because that's a fucking legit question.
Well, we're gonna get to that. Because at first, this is tactic number one that a bad liar does. So the first time he asked the question, because in the video he asked it about 3 different times. And the first time, she just pretends that she can't hear him. And then she, called over an intern to pretend that they were having technical difficulties. And Charlamagne just goes, oh, yeah, now you see, they're pretending that they can't hear me. They're just pretending that they can't hear me. It's no problem. It was pretty funny to see her get wrecked. But man, she cannot, do the typical politician thing, because what politicians normally do when they get asked a question they don't want to answer, they just babble on about Jesus, or they'll go into a new topic. They'll just transition into something else. And she's so bad at lying that she just gets mad when she gets called out. And all it does is bring attention to her lies. So she's not very good at this whole
okay. typical politician lie to this question. You go, Joe Biden is the powerful leader that we all need that's really trying to heal the divide that's in this country. And what's transpired in the Senate shows just how divided this country is, but Joe Biden can really heal the divide around. You just say Joe Biden as much as you can, and there you go. That's some bullshit. You didn't answer a fucking thing.
Yeah, and instead she's wagging her finger around like it's a Tyler Perry movie. I guess she thinks that'll work, but she's not very popular.
I guess. Like, this dude, he doesn't owe her a damn thing. He can say whatever the fuck he wants to this bitch. And I know how she cops an attitude about it, but I mean, it's funny. She's like number 2 in line, and she's really not doing anything. And I know she thinks she can be president, but man, she's just as fucking unlikable as Hillary Clinton is. She's just like Hillary Clinton, only she just hasn't had enough time to get as big a body count as her.
For sure. I'm not gonna comment on how great of a joke that was because I like my wife. I would like to stay alive. But, yeah, I really just brought this in because it's astonishing to me how bad the vice president is at line. But I guess it's what you could expect with your first woman one.
Yeah, they could have got whoever was at the negotiating table really dropped the ball on parlaying Kamala Harris into VP. Freaking the gay guy would have done a better job at this, Buttigieg or whatever. But no, they made him like Department of Transportation or something.
They put him on trains because he's gay and autistic. So you better believe it.
Fucking Pete Buttigieg.
Autism.
This fucking guy. Well, anyways.
Here they come, clickety-clack down the track. It's lots and lots of trains.
Actually, we need to get into another segment. We got lots and lots of voicemails.
We do. So, fantastic.
Yeah, let's get into the voicemail segment.
Hi, guys. This is Charlie.
Having my mouth and anus aggressively penetrated.
With voicemails, by all means, call in and give us tell us who gives a shit at 281-747-6015. Tell us what's on your mind. So let's play our first voicemail of the week. Pa.
Hey, I feel like I was supposed to be on like twice now. So fuck it. I'll make my own podcast with blackjack and fork-tongue hookers. Actually, forget the blackjack and the podcast. No hard feelings though.
Oh, fucking Captain Blackbread. Man, and so doing a podcast is a weird thing. I how many times have you talked with someone, CJ, and you're like, oh yeah, I actually do a podcast?
Well, every time I say that, they automatically think that I'm like some kind of NPR guy, so I'll just make up a bunch of shit that's not true and say it in a smart tone.
I'll mention that I have a podcast, but actually I just won't tell people about it. Like I'll make them ask because I found that no one cares really. Like value in a podcast is a very strange thing. And like for people that I've randomly met and talked to, whenever I'm like, I don't think it's up your alley, it's a little risque, I don't want you knowing that much about me, then people are more inclined to listen, especially when other people say they have a podcast and it's kind of like, they're like, hey, listen to mine. I'm kind of like, I'm not going to listen to your fucking podcast, bro. Like,
I've noticed that the people that pretend to care about me having a podcast, it's only because they listen to podcasts to try to sound smarter. It's usually like the people that think like, wait, don't tell me is a good show. And I remember this guy in the poker room asked me what my podcast was about. So I did this whole spiel about how we actually investigated that goldfish were from Germany. And the Germans made goldfish. And he bought the entire thing. Like he thought it was real.
What a fucking bizarre thing to feed someone, man. That's a hell of a yarn. Let's get into our second voicemail. What the fuck, dude?
What's up, guys? Renowned Metal Gear expert Merlot Williams here. And I gotta ask, who gives a shit about the perfect Christmas gift? This week's episode is gonna drop somewhere around Christmas, and it really irritates the fuck out of me how people just are obsessed, mostly women, are obsessed with getting you the perfect Christmas gift. Oh, I want to get you something that you're gonna like. Well, if you know what I like, then get me something related to a thing that I like, and I will like the present. It's a very simple formula. Well, you're so hard to shop for. Yeah, because I'm a grown man and I have money, and if I need something, I buy it. Unless you want to get me $2,000 custom headlights and taillights for my Lancer, or a brand new cell phone for $1,200, chances are you're not going to get me something that I'm going to use every day. Also, POD was never cool. We were lied to.
POD. Oh.
Nice voicemail all the way around, Merble Williams.
Yeah. I've tried to get really good gifts in the past and kind of given up. My best Christmas gifts that I've ever given are gifts that I found back in like October, where I just happen to see something that speaks to me. I just happen to like see the right thing at the right time or whatever is and grab it then. But other than that, I'm not like, it's almost like you can't will yourself into finding the perfect Christmas present, especially if you don't want to break the bank doing it.
All I do is just give people money or booze. No one's ever going to turn that down.
Dude, I said fuck the bullshit. This year, like every guy in my family that's around, I got them all mint body wash. I'm like, here's some fucking body wash. Wash your ass. And for all like my immediate family that's chick, I'm like, here, I got y'all all ridiculous amounts of markers. Your chicks, you love this shit. Here. And there you go. And then I'm gonna call it a Christmas, man, because like Merlo Williams is saying, I know a bunch of adults that all have money that if they want something, they buy it. So unless you can just somehow guess something that they want that they don't realize they want, you're not going to get a good gift. And that's like fucking impossible.
I usually just go with like, amenities like candy and shit, because my grandma's also impossible to shop for because she had like a new piece of furniture every time I'm over the house. It's like an obstacle course in there. But, yeah, I never put any thought into gifts anymore because there's a chance that they're not going to like it anyway. So just give them money or booze or some kind of food, and no one hardly will ever turn that down.
I like it when I get money. Like, one year I had a bunch of people, everyone gave me an Amazon gift card, and I had like a couple $100 in Amazon gift cards. So, you can buy some kind of pricey and not really feel the sting of it, man. But anyways, let's get into our last voicemail of the week.
Hey guys, Captain Blackbread. I'll just start off with this. You have to stay in a cabin for 1 month. You will have food, water, firewood, but no internet.
Oh, shit. Hold on 1 second. That's an old one that I replayed. Oh, crap. I forgot to queue one up. Oh, I'm a fucking dumbass. Well, anyways, we're going to have a missing voicemail. My bad. So, anyways, let's get out of the voicemails and into the last issues that we got of the week. So, CJ, this is... Here, guess the outlet on this. Here's the headline. Scoop, Manchin refused a call from White House before killing Build Back Better. Who do you think wrote that?
That sounds like maybe something that NBC would write.
This is from Politico.
Politico, okay. They try to be neutral, right? Or at least pretend.
Yeah, they do. They try to be actual news. And this is actually something that is kind of news. Like back on that Charlemagne the God thing, this kind of doubles back into it. About Joe Manchin being president. This one dude just decided, you know what? all these trillions of dollars. I don't like this. So nah, fam. And just kills it.
Well,
and
I would say Build Back Better was dead when they created the slogan. Because it's pretty bad to have your whole campaign slogan be a fucking typo. But that's Joe Biden for you.
Well, really, this thing died the moment that the House let them split this thing into two different bills. Because there was like a physical infrastructure plan, and then there's like a social infrastructure plan, and the social one got shot down. Manchin fucked it over. And the progressives threatened to shoot down the physical plan if they separated the things. They're like, no, these things need to be voted on at the same time. And then they got finessed out of it, and what do you know? They got fucked by this dude. And Manchin's like, Fox News is acting like this dude's going to turn into a Republican, which he might. It doesn't matter if he does or not. But, you know, he's just a bot politician that got bought out. Like, you know,
yeah, like everyone else, he's in it for the money, you weirdos, not some weird sports team dynamic that you have about it.
Yeah, now this whole, so what's funny is how Joe Manchin announced that this bill was dead, because he went on Fox News and said so many words to be like, nah, I'm not voting for it. And he had told some people that he was going to do this. And the White House tried to call him and negotiate with him to not do it before he went on Fox News. But he was just like, nah, I'm not taking that call, and went on and shot this thing down anyway. Like, I was like, oh, damn. Dude, that's fucking cold as ice. This dude has got to be making so many enemies. Like, ooh.
So, the Democrats got left on red. That's what happened.
Yeah, the president got left on red, dude. Now, what's funny is who cares about this? Well, you got the typical Fox News viewer. They care about this shit because Joe Manchin did this shit on their fucking news site. Some of the conservative people are all excited that there's someone that might become a Republican. They're like, we're gaining one, y'all. Like this dude isn't a politician. Ugh. And of course, political junkies. There's a lot of pessimistic people in the political space, like real lefties that were hoping for a decent infrastructure bill that already hated this thing, that thought it wasn't good. And they're like, now, and they're paying attention to it because it just fucking died. They were hoping for like $3 trillion at one point. At one point, it was up to like 7 that they wanted for like a social infrastructure bill, which was like ridiculous. It was crazy the amount of shit that they wanted to cover, but it would have been kind of cool if like they could have actually gotten that shit off the ground and it actually worked, but which wouldn't happen. But it would have been nifty if it did.
Well, my disability check went up, so I have a lot bigger bankroll than I previously had. So there is that.
Word. Fuck yeah, brother. Anytime you can get free money from the government, do it if you can get it.
Yeah. And
everybody else does.
What? His bill might be dead, but old Grandpa Joe got a dog out of the deal, which I believe is what he really wanted in the first place. Just
he got a dog?
He got a dog. New one. He's probably happy, right?
Joe Biden? Yeah, that's probably about the only thing he can remember right now is that he's got a pupper at home. I'm sure when he's all fucked up and on dementia, he swears he can talk to this fucking dog. He's like, no, this dog understands me.
Why do you think he named him McGruff, Adam? They're gonna track down the cartel together. Netflix is doing a whole thing about it.
He's like, you know what we're gonna do? We're going to shut down all these raves that are happening and go after the promoters here, pupper. You're going to be my cop dog. Oh, man. Well, that's really all I got to say about Joe Manchin, particularly. You got anything else to say about Joe Manchin saying shooting down all the infrastructure shit?
No. I think I think we knew it would happen. And I'm not even sure that Joe Biden knows what's in the bill. So they're probably just going to do whatever the fuck they want to do with it anyway.
Yeah, they're just kind of throwing up their hands going like, I don't know, nothing happened. Typical day in Washington. Well, who would have guessed?
But I have an early Christmas present to close out the show for you folks. And we're going to play Guess the Headline. SNL has COVID-19 outbreak. May cancel. Everyone is fearful. In quotes.
This sounds like the New York Times.
It's the New York Post, buddy.
Ow!
That's right.
Okay.
And unfortunately, we didn't get the cancellation. But there is...
Oh, SNL's not canceled? I would imagine like Tina Fey cowering under her desk going like, oh my god, is COVID outside? How are we going to do a sketch comedy show?
They haven't done any sketch comedy in like 9 years. I don't know if you noticed. But I was very excited at the possibility of Pete Davidson maybe dying. And,
no, he would get COVID and have like an asymptomatic case of it, and then go give it to Ariana Grande or something. Like fucking Pete Davidson. Nah, he's too much of a roach to let COVID fucking take.
That's
him
the
down.
problem. That's why I give a shit about this. Is because everyone else is like talking about how brave they are and all this other cringe fest.
Really? Are you serious?
Yeah. There was a BuzzFeed article. I was actually thought about bringing that one in, but the New York Post one has a little bit more of a better timeline to it. But there was a BuzzFeed article praising Bill Hader because he did a monologue to a crowd of one guy when everyone else was...
Bill Hader, razor blade masturbator. One guy. So he's trying to do a fucking stand-up routine with no audience.
Yeah, it's the greatest thing, man, because they're like... And during all these sketches, like Kate McKinnon is looking into the camera as if there is a laugh track, and she kind of ran back to wait for the fake laughter to be over. But it's just not there. It's fantastic.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
And
That's got... Oh, man, and if you're used to acting to a crowd and then that shit gets shut down, like all the late night shows, like all the Jimmy Kimmels and all that, that shit was fucking cringy when COVID first kicked off and the pandemic restrictions have... Like, some things just need an audience.
Yeah.
And SNL's got to be like that.
Wrestling, too.
But how are they gonna keep on going if there's like a COVID outbreak and they're all shitting their pants? Isn't everybody too scared? Shouldn't they go on strike and shut down SNL for a little bit so that we can not have our lives changed at all? Because I haven't seen SNL in forever.
Well, we're all praying for that, Adam. Who knows? Maybe if you can pray to Santa Claus hard enough, SNL will go off the air.
Yeah, it would be nice, because then you would stop hearing that SNL is not funny to SNL, it would go from it being past tense and currently isn't to, at least it was at one point, because it would be gone. If it was just over with. Because they should just bring back Mad TV here, and like they should cancel SNL, bring back Mad TV in like 2 or 3 years when shit isn't fucking cringy.
Dude, Artie is still around. You totally could bring back Mad TV.
Yeah, come on.
But, this is just the idea that somebody on Twitter called Bill Hader brave for saying bad jokes to one guy in a room. That's pretty fucking crazy to me, dude.
Yeah, the only entertaining things on SNL was Alec Baldwin did a decent Donald Trump impersonation. And
wait a minute, you think that one's good? You think that's
At
a
least
good
it was
Trump?
no. At least there was the impersonation was decent enough that I saw some clips in passing. It was get like mentioned from time to time, and I'd get a half chuckle seeing it where I'm like, oh, at least that wasn't 100% cringe.
Oh
It was a
man, you
decent
gotta watch.
impersonation.
You gotta watch Dana Carvey do his Trump. It's way better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dana Carvey does a good Donald Trump. But
Well, fucking Alec Baldwin shot someone on acted like he could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and get away with it.
yeah, and he still has fans, just like Trump. So he pretty much became Trump this year.
Oh,
But
basically,
yeah, I'm just
Cheney.
sad that COVID's not lethal enough to kill all these people. SNL.
No, it's not. It's going to be a mild inconvenience. Like, there might be one person that has, like, some fucked up peanut allergy that ends up dying from the Omicron variant. And they'll have, like, a in memoriam episode that is really bad that they throw all their throwaway jokes in. And there you go. SNL will somehow chug on this fucking zombified corpse of a show that is still going on despite no one watching this thing. It must barely be making it, dude.
Dude, it's like The Simpsons, dude. Like, that shit is still on. I don't know anyone that watches it still.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. At least, like One Piece is still going. At least people still watch that show. But The Simpsons haven't been relevant for a long time. I'm like, how many people need to watch this show to keep the skeleton going?
Yeah, anytime The Simpsons is talked about with anyone, it's usually to the effect of, oh, that show was good before I was born. Or in the 90s, if you're older. But kids my age, we just talk about how the show was good and we weren't even around for it.
Yeah, that's basically it. Like, the first 4 or 5 seasons are great. Oh, and in general, the Treehouse of Horrors tend to be good. All those episodes tend to be well written because they kind of let the writers just get away with whatever. They do experimental stuff, and a lot of the times there's some good pieces in there.
Did you see this year where they opened it up with AOC and they did a song about being an empowered woman?
Oh, no. No, how is this still going? That is way too cringe. Now I'm happy that I don't watch The Simpsons and haven't for a very long time. Fuck.
Yeah, but it really makes me wonder who the fuck is watching SNL that it's still around. Still.
Some people maybe that watch it for a New York pride.
Is it just like a religion at this point? Like, are we gonna just keep it in for tradition, even though a lot of the shit is stupid? Are we just gonna?
It's the people that watch it because they watched it growing up, and now it's like habit. Now it's just part of their routine. And so the people that got conditioned to stay watching SNL, they just keep a lot of unfunny shit going. And these actors look around wondering why they have jobs and why they exist and if their life even has meaning, which it definitely doesn't because you cater to morons that don't know how to turn the TV off.
Yeah, when I think of SNL viewer, I just picture a guy that fell asleep with the TV on.
Basic. Jesus Christ, that's brutal. It probably hits a little closer to home than it has any reason to. Well, you want to get into our favorite segment, man?
Let's do it. I'm excited. You talked this one up a lot.
All right, let's get right into it and get into Catch a Redditor. So let's jump right to it. The Excel spreadsheet. Here we go.
From r/technology, Battleauto Jess writes, once walked in on my boyfriend sitting at his computer adding up 2 columns of Excel data using the calculator on his phone. Would rather have walked in on him watching tentacle porn, to be honest. ZKenny13 writes, there's some things that shouldn't turn me on, but they do. Is it hot in here? Or is your Excel spreadsheet just that long, taking up RAM? Day Giovanni writes, God, I can't wait to see some hot VLOOKUP action. My pen wrote this, writes, psh, what kind of noob still uses VLOOKUP? It's all about that index match in current meta.
Holy shit, dude. You were right.
Fucking nerds hitting on each other using Excel spreadsheet terms, dude. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna use that VLOOKUP and see how much RAM is going in there. You're gonna fill my database with hot streaming data. Like, actually, that data isn't streaming as currently. I'm like, shut up, nerd. Shut the fuck up, nerd.
Boy, that eroticism is so sad that my penis is crying.
And dude, this is in the middle of a bunch of nerds talking about fucking Excel spreadsheets. And like
that girl really decided it was hot. That columns and numbers are hot. Holy shit, dude. This is wild.
I guess that there are some financial freaks out there, dude. But anyways, let's see what Reddit has to say about Build Back Better.
From r/politics, Lo-Fi Brass writes, those beasts don't care. They're so separated from the world, they're literally willing to kill all of us off slowly in the name of money. It really is like that. Alien88 writes, open up a probe into his daughter's shady business practices and force him to bend the knee. Stop with this nice guy bullshit. Of course it won't happen, but we can dream. Ghost Rappin95 writes, Republicans are gaining more power and influence by the day while Democrats refuse to step down and let progressives run the party.
Wow.
Why can't these guys just, ever be happy? You ever notice that
No.
people that are into politics like this and they treat it like a religion, like God, why are they never happy when they win?
Well, that's an easy thing to answer, man, because in politics, really to have the answer to anything is to be wrong, because there just isn't an answer for a lot of issues that are out there. So you might not know what you want, but you definitely know what you don't want. So everyone's a critic.
Even the first
That's
one,
why they're never fucking
even
happy.
The first comment in the thread that was kind of right, that was talking about how they want to kill us all off, even that guy is too naive to know that it's with both parties. Both parties would kill everyone in the name of money. It's not...
Yeah, man... Also, immediately, this dude jumps to the most, fascist secret police commie bullshit you've ever heard, where he's like, why don't you pull up dirt on this guy's daughter and blackmail him that way? It's like, Jesus, man, do you really want an infrastructure bill that bad that you're trying to do some fucking fascist thuggery, secret police skullduggery? That is fucked up, dude.
4-to-1 money tells me that the nerds on Reddit don't actually know what's in the infrastructure bill, and they're just cheering for a sports team.
Well, the amount of money got cut a bunch of times, and that's all that people really need to know. I'm sure that there's some people that think that, the infrastructure that the government's going to build all the shit that they ever needed, and that everything will be okay if this bill passes, and that they'll finally be able to afford the lights if this bill passes. And now they're like, fuck you, Joe Manchin, I'm mailing you a turd. But
I figured it out, Adam. You just got to get one of those nerds that has an Excel kink. And then you can get them to crunch the numbers. They'll do it for free.
Man, hold on. I want to hear that Excel thing again. Hold on, let me do a double take.
From r/technology, Battle Jess writes, once walked in on my boyfriend sitting at his computer adding up 2 columns of Excel data using the calculator on his phone. Would rather have walked in on him watching tentacle porn, to be honest.
Okay, so you already got someone that has tentacle porn on the mind. All right. Like where this starts
and she's
off.
the sensible one, too.
Yeah. At least you got a chick of distinguished taste.
2013 writes, there's some things that shouldn't turn me on, but they do. Is it hot in here? Or is your Excel spreadsheet just that long, taking up RAM?
Okay, weird flex. Odd thing to throw out there. You might be able to play it off as a joke. All right, I can. No, this is already getting way too weird, dude. What the fuck?
Day Giovanni writes, God, I can't wait to see some hot VLOOKUP action.
That's actually kind of clever.
Yeah, a lot of this bears on the gray line between sadness and actually flicking your bean to a bunch of Excel sheets. And
dude, this is in the middle of the most nerdy shit you could ever fucking imagine, dude. This is people legitimately that are talking about this fucking competition, and other people that are like from fucking China and India and Japan that are doing some hot Excel spreadsheet action. And in the middle of all this, you got people saying that they're like, oh yeah, this VLOOKUP action, and you got someone that's so fucking autistic that they can't realize that you got people flirting with each other, and this dude has to barrel in and say this.
My pen wrote this, writes, Psh, what kind of noob still uses VLOOKUP? It's all about that index match in current meta.
What an autistic fuck.
Yeah, that's the comment of a guy that's not even gonna get near a woman close enough to touch her.
Yeah, I'm shocked that there's even a chick that's involved in fucking Excel spreadsheet financial whatever. All right. Actually, I guess it's not the worst of demographics.
Well,
but anyways, let's see.
You know, Jewish parents tend to put a lot of pressure on their youth. Adam.
Oh man, you can find the Kaiser Milkies at fucking finance class?
Now I'm interested.
Alright, let's see what Reddit has to say about Saturday Night Live.
From r/coronavirus, Cyberdell writes, Vaxxed and boosted, getting depressed for facing a second year without seeing my family abroad. Seeing SNL go off script just enhances my feeling of despair. It seems like we're heading to another period of pretending things aren't screwed up. Sorry for the tone, but I'm at my wit's end. Rusty Shackelford writes, dang, and if you caught it despite being triple vaxxed? I'm worried because I need to get the booster, but now I'm thinking the anti-vaxxers are going to be completely screwed. Red Eye 97 Arrow writes, does that mean John Oliver is going back in the void?
I can't imagine having to get vaccinated every month when a new one drops, and you still are worried about getting it. That's fucking crazy to me, Adam.
Man, and they gotta fucking mention John Oliver in the middle of SNL. John Oliver's always in a void. He is void of humor.
It's called being British, Adam.
He can dryly say something that resembles humor, and even though you might laugh, look at it again and see if it truly was a joke in the first place, and you might reevaluate your stance.
Yeah, you're laughing because they have an audience that laughs when a light is being flashed at them. That tell them to do something.
Well, John Oliver is always in the void, dude. This fucking dude is such a fucking cock. This is another guy that I do watch his segments that they put up on YouTube to keep a pulse on lefty dumbass bullshit. At least have some, food for thought.
Jon Stewart was funny, but he brought a lot of guys into the world that are just total cringe. So.
Yeah, he did. Let's see what Reddit has to say about Kamala Harris.
From r/public freakout, Zenithreg writes, who can forget when Kamala won on his show and said she used to smoke weed in college while listening to Tupac, even though she was in college before Tupac was a rapper? Tesla Rosita responds, didn't she make a career for putting people in jail over weed? Reddit Crook writes, that's amazing how dumb female specie like her became vice president. Lol, just wow. Note, he spelled specie wrong.
That's about the best take you can expect from Reddit. The bitches be dumb. I'd be like, whatever, girl.
Yeah, but bitches be dumb spelled wrong. I think that's the most Reddit this show has ever gotten. I think we gotta end it right there, buddy.
Yeah, that's about all I got for y'all this week. Got anything you want to plug there, CJ?
No. Happy Hanukkah, happy Christmas, happy buck breaking, whatever holiday you celebrate. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone. We'll catch you for the new year.
Stay horny, everybody. Oh,
radio.
shit. Did you have something to plug?
Nah,
No?
that's good
No?
enough.
All right.
Later.